Our bodies require a lot of maintenance, just like any other machine with such a complex design. Eating right and exercising helps to keep our bodies in a healthy state, but unforeseen circumstances can cause pain and discomfort and tends to require outside support in order to bring it back to a state of equilibrium. This outside support can be as simple as taking a pill or as life-altering as a surgery. Medicine dates back thousands of years. The use of plants and herbs helped keep our bodies healthy. Throughout the century, our bodies required a more complex form of treatment, which opened the door to the field of medical practice. Abu al-Qasim al-Zahrawi, a man known in the West as Abu al-Qasis, transformed the field of medical surgery, beginning with a 30-volume compendium called At-Tasrif, which covered a huge range of medical situations, surgical techniques, and dental operations. It was the first book to illustrate surgical instruments. It showed sketches of their form and described how and when each one should be used. He introduced a collection of more than 200 surgical tools. In doing so, he may have been the first in the history of medicine to illustrate surgical instruments. The tools were so accurate that only a few changes to them were made throughout the millennium, and it was these illustrations that laid the foundations for surgery in Europe. Al-Zahrawi also introduced surgical procedures. For example, after a surgery is performed and completed, different tools are used to stitch the affected area. However, it was first said by Al-Zahrawi that catgut was the most effective tool that could be used. Catgut was the only natural substance accepted by the body and capable of dissolving. His care and ingenuity has revolutionized the process and outcome of medical procedure to this day. With a never-ending list of Muslim men and women who have influenced history, there comes a man who truly revolutionized the world with his success. His name was Ibn Sina, known as Avicenna in the West. Ibn Sina was so highly regarded that he was compared to Galen, also known as Galen of Islam. He was a prolific writer and wrote on many topics. He wrote 26 books on physics, 31 on theology, 23 on psychology, 15 on math, 22 on logic, and 5 on Quranic interpretation. The majority of his work, however, was in medicine, having written 43 books on this topic. Most important of his work was Al-Qanun fi Tibb, or Code of Law in Medicine. This book has been described as the most famous medical textbook ever written. Originally written in Arabic, it was famous because it gathered medical knowledge from many civilizations. This book was made up of 5 books, ranging from general medical principles to diseases occurring in the body. An old common European saying goes that anyone who wants to be a good doctor must be an Avicenist. The extensiveness and organization of this book was so immaculate that the layout of modern medical textbooks are the same. This made the Qanun the most widely used medical book in both Muslim and European countries and remained in use in medical schools till the 17th century. Over 141 properties of herbal remedies were included in the Qanun, with historical roots in China, Egypt, India, and Mesopotamia. Now, on a new topic. Hospitals. They began in the 8th century in Baghdad and spread all over the Muslim world, reaching Spain, Sicily, and North Africa. They were admired by Europeans and later adopted by them. The most interesting part of all of this was the medical care of this time was essentially free for all. Rich or poor didn't matter. You were welcomed into the hospital with the utmost care and treatment until you were cured. In the time of medieval Islam, hospitals had in them those who could best provide medical knowledge. These hospitals were also funded by charitable religious endowments called waqf. Although the facts pertaining to the medical field of this time is never ending, what is clear is this: the medical world is truly indebted to these Muslim scholars. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.